predicted about Donald Trump's first term, Obama's second term. He was walking on the ramp, किसी ने नाम नहीं सुना था. तो मैंने कहा कि you will be like Aishwarya Rai someday. I'm talking about people will stop going to astrology in a few years. We are the only one who's following. आज Monday है ये मत करो, आज Tuesday है तो वो कलर कर लो. What are you doing? We are following numerology, changing name, spelling, company का नाम, ये ऐड कर दो, ये हटा दो. But वो चल रहा है, धंधा है, चल रहा है. Astrologer cannot change his life. How can he claim to change yours? Narendra Modi ji. He became 3 times Chief Minister of Gujarat and already 3 times Prime Minister of India. His father used to run a tea shop on a railway platform. So can you visualize or think of a person who is from there can become CM or PM? No way, right? Narendra Modi became Prime Minister twice during Saraswati, and Rahul Gandhi, same moon sign, was running the same Saraswati. So it depends on who the person is. Astrologer is supposed to tell you exactly what is happening in the person's life. For me, when I read a horoscope, I don't care who you are.
It must be so hard for you to tell a star child that you don't have your dad's stars and you will not make it. Are you able to say that as brutally, honestly? Sundeep ji, tell me, as an astrologer, the common belief is that it's all written in the stars, it's all written in destiny. But as a motivational speaker that you are now, you say you can create your own future, right? Now, both these are true and both these are contradictory. So tell me, as an astrologer and as a motivational speaker, which one do you lean towards?
Yeah, I believe in both in a way, because there are a few things you cannot choose. Like you cannot choose your parents, right? You had no clue where you are taking birth. And same goes with your spouse. If you feel, no, it was my love marriage, I chose him. No, it is again, as Shah Rukh Khan said, Rab ne bana di jodi. So they are all somewhere connected, even the kids, so you can't choose anything in that sense. But there are many things which you can choose. I call it free will, whatever you call it. And that's the reason, I've quoted this multiple times, that how do you spell destiny? If destiny is fixed, destiny also says, DES is a tiny word, TINY. So the tiny word attached with destiny itself. I'm the only one who created that. And that means that there is a scope of bringing a change in your own destiny. How? By bringing a change in yourself. And that is what my favorite statement, which I use with all my clients. Destiny is fixed, no one can change, but a change is changed when you change. And then I'm a poet. I became a poet actually. And I wrote it once, अब क्या इंतज़ार करें सितारों के बदलने का, जब तुम नहीं बदले तो तकदीर क्या बदलेगी. So if you bring the change in you according to the environment, according to the circumstances, according to the situation, because sometimes mostly people believe this is what I want, and if it is a good time what I want. Like I quote अमिताभ बच्चन जी, he always say, बाबूजी ने कहा था मन का हो तो अच्छा और ना हो तो और भी अच्छा. तो मैं कहता हूँ बाबूजी ने बिल्कुल गलत कहा था, because mostly what is happening, we feel good, ये हम चाहते थे, और what is not, then we feel your time is bad, or maybe it is not in part of my luck. So a human being is always looking for something the way they like. Maybe it is not meant for you. But I feel people who have better acceptance, better tolerance, and if they have learned the idea of going with the flow, they are more happy in that sense. So the bringing a change in your own mindset can definitely bring a lot of changes. Like you react just like that for some reason, I may not. So you may spoil a relation, I may not. So this is how it is, the change in the given same circumstances. So it is a tiny thing in destiny which says the change can definitely take place in destiny, and there are few things which are fixed, which you cannot control.
So there are some things in our hands and some are not.
Absolutely.
Like you would say.
Yeah.
So when a client's chart is genuinely looking like very dark and bleak for the next 2 years, do you tell them the truth as an astrologer, or do you motivate them as a life coach?
Both. Because, I'm not here only to discourage a person. Telling the truth on the face, sometimes it can be discouraging also. Yeah, the person might feel, I've ticked all the boxes, my funds are ready, my planning is ready, my everything is ready, But the one box which he was not aware was the timing. And the timing, if I say, no, you have to wait 6 months or maybe a year or maybe 3, you don't know, then I have to discourage a person in that sense. So I'm telling the truth, at the same time discouraging in the sense, making aware actually. I'm using the word discouraging, but it's making aware about the right timing. Because my belief is, taking right decision at the right time is what you call luck. Because no matter who you are, how resourceful you are, how intelligent you are, how well equipped or educated you are, if the time is not right, nothing is right. So I believe in time. If you ask me the synonym for astrology, time. It is all about time. So taking right decision at the right time. So I have to motivate a person, show them the hope, show them the light. People, if I can give you another example, there's someone who nothing is happening in his life or her life, and they're waiting for the right time, and they feel nothing is happening. They waited for so long, and they are on the verge of giving up everything. I tell them it's just 3 months, or maybe 2 months, or maybe 6 months. So that is a hope. So astrology plays both ways, it gives you hope, it also make you aware, like I said, discourage, and that is how it helps a person to take right decision, because there is no machinery like computer, supercomputer, no artificial intelligence which can tell you what is going to happen tomorrow. Astrologer in few seconds can tell you if it is the right time or whatever it is.
So supposedly someone comes to you and says, I've been going for loads and loads of rehearsals and test trials, लेकिन मेरे को picture नहीं मिल रही. I really want to be an actor. And you see the chart and you feel like scope ही नहीं है. I don't see, like you said, time. So as an astrologer, you don't see any time coming where this person will achieve fame or success or whatever. Then what will you do there as an astrologer and as a motivational speaker?
So I'm also a human being, and I also feel bad when I need to discourage a person. When I see a horoscope where I feel इनसे नहीं हो पाएगा, then I ask them, what is your plan B? Because this industry people always look up to, like you said about this Bollywood, and because the maximum fame you get it there, no matter, even if you are a scientist, you discover something, invent something, you do something big for humanity or bring a change in society, it doesn't matter actually. If you are a good actor, then you are bigger than anyone else. So it is an industry which gives you most fame and even money in that sense, so every kind of luxury or whatever. So but at the same time it is highly competitive, because not everyone is looking for fame and luxury or whatever, finance wise. So that's the reason the competition is there, and then I ask them about who they are. So I always quote one example. I used to do a show with Z News, and we used to call our viewers back. That time the only option was to SMS. So I used to say, अगर आपको कुछ जानना है अपनी ज़िंदगी के बारे में तो SMS करिए, ये whatever 5-digit code था. And then in the next episode when we used to record, we used to call them those viewers. तो एक कॉल आया कि हाँ संदीप जी, मेरा ये डेट ऑफ बर्थ टाइम प्लेस है, तो बताइए मेरे बारे में. तो मैंने कहा वाओ इट इज़ सो अमेजिंग, क्या बनना चाहते हो? बोले सर मैं एक्टर बनना चाहता हूँ. मैं वाओ इट इज़ दिस हॉरोस्कोप इज एज गुड एज शाहरुख खान. उसका 5th हाउस को 5th लॉर्ड देख रहा है, रिकॉग्निशन अमेजिंग है, एनर्जी लेवल्स ग्रेट हैं, एस्पिरेशन है, इंटेलिजेंट है, सारी चीज़ें हैं. शाहरुख खान इज सो इंटेलिजेंट एस्ट्रोलॉजिकली आई एम सेइंग. सो मैंने कहा अरे वाह तुम्हारी कुंडली तो बहुत अच्छी है, कहाँ से बोल रहे हो और मुंबई कब आओगे? बोले सर मुंबई में कभी नहीं आऊँगा, मैं बिहार के एक छोटे से एक यहाँ गांव से बोल रहा हूँ और हमारी तो खेती है सर, बहुत जिम्मेदारी, आई कांट. सो देन कैन दैट पर्सन बिकम शाहरुख खान? नो. Then what he will do if he has a great horoscope? Maybe he will become Ram in the Ramlila, where every village or city they have a Ramlila, so he'll become famous over there. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, it is all about person, place and environment, who you are. Like I ask you, your resources, do you know somebody here? Well, no, I've just landed. Then it will take a long time. So you need to understand there are various aspects to it. And then your question, the potential in a person's horoscope, whether the person is going to get recognition. Because for me, earning money is quite easy, getting recognition is the most difficult thing. So you need to have that kind of hand of God, of blessings and energies and everything, and it should be there. 10th Lord, the house of profession and recognition should be strong. 5th Lord is again the house of recognition, should be strong. The person should running good time and have a talent. So talent comes in the last actually, if you ask me. So if there is nothing like that, then I have to discourage a person, or basically again I am said, make that person aware. What is your plan B? Are you good in editing? Yeah, I love editing, sir. Do that, because you may not come in front of camera, may not get recognition, but at least you are fond of something creative, so do that.
Yeah, because for example, like when you were talking, I thought of something that, like you took Shah Rukh Khan's name or Amitabh Ji name, like all these actors, big actors. Now let's say they had these birth charts according to you, like you said, astrologically they are very strong charts, and let's say their life has actually played out like that. What if no child gets their parents' horoscope, they get their own horoscope, but automatically एक दुकानदार होता है, उसका बेटा भी फिर वो दुकान पे जाके बैठता है, उसका बिजनेस आगे 2 से 4 दुकान बना लेता है. Same, a business person, industrialist, their kids go into the same industry. Likewise, film stars, their kids also go into most likely filmmaking or whatever, become actors.
Absolutely.
Now they don't have the same horoscopes, right? So it must be so hard for you if you get consulted to tell a star child that you don't have your dad's stars and you will not make it. Are you able to say that as brutally, honestly?
Yeah, I have to make them aware, mostly, वैसे तो some are wise and most are otherwise, but still I assume that they understand what I'm saying. and I have to tell them on face, that like even if I can quote Abhishek Bachchan, he's one of my favorite actor and a person too, but he didn't get success recognition that way, though born in an amazing family, father a legend, and married to a Miss Universe, still. So it is not, and many other examples like Sunil Gavaskar's son, he couldn't do great, and so there's a long list actually. People who are born with silver spoon and everything, like Sachin Tendulkar's son is still, is struggling to find his place. So it is not about where you are born in. It should also reflect where you are born in. Maybe you are blessed to enjoy the amenities, like they say, born with a silver spoon. Like when I quote Ambani's, I said, Dhirubhai Ambani used to ride a bicycle, he used to work for a petrol station. That is how he began his journey. And then now their son, they did well, and then whatever they parted ways, and then the downfall of another brother. But the children, they are at a different level altogether without even doing anything. Now they can take it further. That's another thing. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, like I said, you cannot choose your parents. So this is something which is from the past. They call it prarabdha. It's a Sanskrit word that means the deeds of the past word. That's the reason you choose a family. You can't choose. The family chooses.
Given.
That's yeah. So that is how it is. So not necessarily, there are multiple examples where person has come from a very remote area, and like Mahendra Singh Dhoni coming from Jharkhand. Jharkhand, Bihar was same earlier, and people used to even look at them, in a different way. Baith jao tum Bihari ho, baitho udhar, and he became a legend. So even in this industry or any industry. So I always say it is not important from where you have come. Where you are going is in your hand. So what you can make out of it is in your hand. That is where the astrology plays a role. When I see a person has a potential, maybe not from that family, like I'm reversing your question now, but the person has a potential, I will say do whatever you wish to do. Dream big, think big, because you, by the grace of God, you will be able to achieve that. The person will upgrade his or her dreams, because I believe in energies. What you seek is seeking you. If you are content with, I'm happy with it, then you will remain there. So I'm a dreamer. So you have to have that kind of dreams in life. Like Abdul Kalam said, dreams are not the one which let you sleep. Dreams are the one which you sleep, which don't let you sleep. So I wrote a poetry on that. कि ये ख्वाब भी ना जाने किस फिराक में रहते हैं, ये ख्वाब भी ना जाने किस फिराक में रहते हैं, पूरा तो होना चाहते हैं पर सोने भी नहीं देते. So you need to have that dreams.
So tell me, you predicted Obama's second term on Fox Radio, and you've called Trump too. When you look at the chart of someone who ends up ruling millions, right? Is there a single unmistakable marking that says this person will have enormous power? What is that?
See, definitely. Instead of going to US, if I can quote example from India itself, though I was the only one at that time, there was no social media when I predicted about Obama's second term and even Donald Trump's first term, because that time, Trump was just a vision man. He had no clue about politics, and he wanted to become president of the United States of America. And on Z News, it's still there on the internet. I even gave them the headline, trumping or hilarious. It was against Hillary, and I saw the horoscope of both, and then I thought that if the person who is going to become a politician or maybe the president, should have some major change coming in his life. So I saw that thing happening in Trump's horoscope. And when I saw a person whose husband was already a past ex-president of America, I saw there was some situation in her chart. She got implicated with some emails with connection with Russia, this and that, whatever. So I understood that she's not going to win, and I was confident with that. So I made that thing. People commented that second term is quite easy for anyone, but for Obama, I read it right, because I saw his great going at that time. So that's the reason Fox Radio, they interviewed me live, because I was the only one from India. But I wanted to give a quote example from India. Like Narendra Modi ji, he became 3 times Chief Minister of Gujarat and already 3 times Prime Minister of India. And his beginning was humble, like he claimed that his father used to run a tea shop on a railway platform. So can you visualize or think of a person who is from there can become CM or PM? No way, right? This journey is remarkable.
Yeah.
It's not about I'm supporting some party or something. I'm talking astrologically, purely.
Yeah.
The other person who is born in 10 Janvat, who has got 3 prime ministers in his own house and is still prime minister waiting. So what is the difference? The difference in energy, what you said, what makes a person a ruler, or maybe a person who is at that level can control masses, or maybe a country. So Narendra Modi, he has a Scorpio ascendant and a Scorpio Rashi. Rahul Gandhi also has a Scorpio moon sign, and that's the reason when people they put fear, oh, Sade Sati chal rahi hai aapki, Sade Sati is a term they use to put fear in mind. Narendra Modi became prime minister twice during Sade Sati, first 2 terms, and Rahul Gandhi the same moon sign was running the same Saraswati. Nothing. So it depends on who the person is, what energy you have. Are you looking for, like Narendra Modi always talk about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This is the number one Rajyog in astrology. Whenever your ninth lord, the house of luck, Dharma, is with 10th lord, the house of karma, it is known as Dharma Karmadhipati Rajyog. Like when I will look at your horoscope, and if you have this thought of doing something for humanity, that will come from that combination. So I always say you have a bigger purpose to do something for humanity and mankind, and that's the reason it is a Dharma Karmadhipati Rajyog. That means Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one world, one family. So what are you thinking of? You're thinking of at a higher level, not about your own thing, not about your family or community. You're thinking about humanity or nation or whatever. So if the person who's got that belief, nature will also conspire and bring that person to that level. A person looking only for family, then obviously then you will not be able. So the difference is, one is energy, the second is timeline. If your time will come, Rahul Gandhi will become Prime Minister someday, though people will troll me for that, but that is how it is.
So obviously these kind of, mass ruling or world championships, or where millions like you, there has to be some common aspect in your chart amongst all these people, that worldwide people like you.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a politician, whether it's a sports person, whether it's an actor, there are some people that are liked by millions.
Yeah.
तो ऐसी तो कोई quality होगी ना उनके chart में कि millions will like you.
Absolutely. तो पहले तो मैंने कोट किया energy levels, what you want from life, तुझे क्या चाहिए जिंदगी. If the person, Rahul Gandhi or Narendra Modi or whoever, तो वो अकेले थोड़ी पैदा हुए थे. उस समय तो लाखों लोग पैदा हुए थे. एक ही हॉरोस्कोप कितने लोगों का होगा? तीन सेकंड, एक सेकंड में 3 बच्चे पैदा होते हैं वर्ल्ड वाइड. पहले था जब हम स्कूल में पढ़ते थे, अब तो पता नहीं कितने होते हैं. तो लुक एट द पॉपुलेशन विद द सेम हॉरोस्कोप. तो क्या सारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर और प्रेसिडेंट बन जाएंगे? नहीं. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन फर्स्ट एनर्जी लेवल. सेकेंडली उनका 10th हाउस डिफाइन होना चाहिए. 10th हाउस इज हाउस ऑफ नेम, फेम, प्रोफेशन, स्टेटस एंड पावर. 5th हाउस होता है रिकॉग्निशन का, कि रिकॉग्निशन मिलना चाहिए. बट वो माइंड यू, अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, वो लाखों लोगों का होगा. एक ही कुंडली थी, मैं जब पैदा हुआ साथ में राहुल गांधी पैदा हुआ, क्या आई विल बिकम प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया? नो, बिकॉज मेरे बाकी बॉक्सेस टिक नहीं है, उसके टिकट हैं. इज गांधी, राइट? सो दिस इज हाउ इट इज. तो आपको पहले तो देश, काल और पात्र, पर्सन, प्लेस, एनवायरमेंट, देन व्हाट यू वांट फ्रॉम लाइफ, वेदर यू रियली वांट टू एक्सेल. तीसरा, आपके अंदर पोटेंशियल होना चाहिए. लाइक यू आर आस्किंग मी, तो 10th हाउस डोमिनेटिंग होना चाहिए, पर्सनालिटी स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए, कॉन्फिडेंट होना. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि आपने कोई बहुत ही इमोशनल इंसान को कभी कोई प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनते हुए हर बात पे रो रहा है, ऐसा तो आपने देखा नहीं. दे आर स्ट्रांग, दे आर, अगर एक वर्ड यूज करूंगा मैं, नॉट बी राइट, थिक स्किन्ड. They have to accept opponent, they have to take care of internal politics, whatever it is.
Not easily
Absolutely.
emotional about everything.
Yes, तो वो आपके अंदर वो इम्बाइब होना चाहिए सिस्टम, या उसे डेवलप करिए. जैसे राहुल गांधी की ट्रेनिंग हो रही है, किसके अंडर में हो रही है? Who is the coach? नरेंद्र मोदी.
Yeah.
You're getting me?
Yeah.
So he's learning from him. Oh, he's there. He's studying in the college where he's the dean. So now he's growing up in that kind of. तो उसका वो learning हो रहा है यार. That is how he talks. That is how he walk. That is how he react.
Yeah. What is working? What is not working?
एब्सोल्युटली. तो जब उसका टाइम आएगा वो भी वैसा समझ आएगा. तो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू हियर इज, 10th हाउस स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए. आंसरिंग टेक्निकली योर क्वेश्चन, 5th हाउस इज हाउस ऑफ रिकॉग्निशन. तो वो इंसान को क्या पोजीशन मिलने वाला है. अगर मैं कहूँगा मेरा ऑफिस 10 जनपद में है, यू नॉट आस्क मी व्हाट आई डू, दिस इज हाउ इट इज. तो दिस इज रिकॉग्निशन, व्हाट यू रीड, एंड देन योर डिजायर, व्हाट यू वांट फ्रॉम लाइफ, तुझे क्या चाहिए जिंदगी.
I think that's also most important. क्योंकि अगर डिजायर नहीं है तो कितने भी स्टार्स चार्ट्स हो जाए उसका क्या ही होएगा.
Correct.
Right? So I think your desire is also very, very important. Now tell me, you've read the horoscopes of sitting presidents and vice presidents of India inside Rashtrapati Bhavan. What is it like to hold bad news in your hands about the most powerful person in the room, and does anyone on that level actually want the truth?
Truth, of course. See, everyone is looking for, like in Bollywood is a different thing. They want, यार मैं भी स्टार बनूंगा, then they want to hear it, but नहीं है तो नहीं. They understand the reality. They understand what is the situation, party wise क्या है, anti incumbency तो नहीं होने वाला है, क्या होने वाला है. They are aware, they are political people. They are ruled by Rahu. Rahu is a planet of diplomacy, tact and manipulation. तो they're all there. उनको एस्ट्रोलॉजी के आने से पहले सब पता है कि क्या होने वाला है. फिर भी चलो बताइए आप क्या बताना चाहते हैं. It is like that. So they are aware. तो उनको मैं बताता हूँ. Like I'm not supposed to quote the name of the person, but one of the top position in Indian politics, ruling party, he called me. मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ, मैंने कहा ये कौन, फर्स्ट नेम से उन्होंने था. तो फिर उन्होंने he said full name. तो मैंने कहा oh my, तो he was मतलब almost like that same position. तो मैंने कहा, तो उन्होंने अपना डिटेल दिया. तो इमीडिएटली आई मेड हिज हॉरोस्कोप. आई सेड इट इज नॉट ए ग्रेट टाइम यू आर रनिंग फ्रॉम अ रूलिंग पार्टी. आई एम सेइंग सेंट्रल, and you have to be careful. And then he got admitted into AIM, this and that, कुछ हेल्थ इश्यूज हो गए थे. It was not a great time. So I said it. You know, this is what I. So for me, when I read a horoscope, I don't care who you are. Care in the sense I should not be intimidated in that way, or I should not be influenced with your cloud or whoever you are. So I will read a horoscope. You will see me different, totally different. When I'm talking to you, I'm in a different energy. Same, I read a horoscope, and when you meet me after this, you will find me, पता नहीं क्या बोलेगा कि नहीं. So this is who I am. So when I read a horoscope, that's my responsibility, and you don't know nothing, I'll tell you what to do. So, so because I take it as a responsibility towards a life, and I will never use a word to please you. I cannot sugarcoat. That's the reason mostly people, they don't like me after talking to me, because I'm too direct, and that's my job.
So without naming names, is there a Bollywood superstar whose fame you'd call an astrological accident? Means आपने उनका chart देखा, and they should have not got success, they should have not got fame, they should not got anything. But here you see this person's got everything suddenly.
नहीं, that never happened. देखिए, एस्ट्रोलॉजी में ऐसा नहीं होता है कि तुम होती तो ऐसा होता और तुम होती तो वैसा होता. ये तो बजने साहब का करना था. तुम होती कैसे जब होती नहीं तो. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, if the person has a potential, then definitely the person will rise that position. If the person has no potential, then वो वैसे ही रह जाएगा. You know, my dad, you know who's my dad. So this is how it is. तो ऐसा सरप्राइज तो मुझे मिला नहीं. And in fact, even for other not only celebrities or other, even normal people, I've seen more than 100,000 horoscopes. एक बार भी मुझे सरप्राइज नहीं मिला कि मैंने कहा है कि ऐसा. Because मेरा half an hour का सेशन होता है आशना. And I don't let a person talk. You know, वो चाहे अमेरिका से फोन आ रहा है या ये कहीं से भी आ रहा है, वीडियो कॉल, फोन कॉल, और person is meeting me in person. Out of 30 minutes, 14-15 minutes I will talk, and see the speed I talk with, because I was doing live radio, television. You are not supposed to even think that there.
Correct.
So that is the reason. And when I talk, I have no clue who you are, from where you have come. आपका divorce हो गया, या आपकी शादी नहीं हो रही है, या आपका business में कुछ loss है, या you want to expand or you want to buy another house. I have no clue why you are here, but I will tell you exactly your beginning and this moment and where you are heading to, your mindset and the state of mind you are in. And then I ask them, so now you tell me who you are, what you do, and what you want me to check, apart from what I could see till now and whatever I told you. I hope it is resonating with you so far. इतनी जल्दी तो ये डिस्क्लेमर की तरह था. तो फिर देन से, सर वी हैड अ क्वेश्चनर ऑफ 4 pages, बट यू हैव कवर्ड इट ऑल. तो आई एम एस्ट्रोलॉजर इज सपोज टू टेल यू एक्जैक्टली व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन द पर्सन लाइफ. सो नो सरप्राइजेस. तो मुझे तो आज तक सरप्राइज नहीं मिला. तो अगर वो सुपरस्टार बनने वाला है, जैसे मैंने किसी को कहा था, शी वॉज वॉकिंग ऑन द रैम्प, किसी ने नाम नहीं सुना था. And then when her mother called me and she also spoke to me over the phone, तब मोबाइल फ़ोन नहीं थे शायद. तो मैंने कहा कि you will be like ऐश्वर्या राय someday. I'm talking about Deepika Padukone.
So that's amazing.
Yeah.